34 Bamidbar in the wilderness. Bamidbar, in the wilderness. Perishah 30 for Bamidbar, in the desert. Torah Bamidbar, Numbers, 1:1 for 20. Haftarah Hosea, 2:1, 1:10, 2:22, 20. Pirit Hadashah Luke 2:17, 1 Corinthians 12:12-31. Torah Bamidbar, Numbers, 1:1 for 20. 1:1 Adonai spoke to Moshe in the Sinai desert, in the tent of meeting, on the first day of the second month of the second year after they had left the land of Egypt. He said, Take a census of the entire assembly of the people of Israel, by clans and families. Record the names of all the men 20 years old and over who are subject to military service in Israel. You and Aaron are to enumerate them company by company. Take with you from each tribe someone who is head of a clan. These are the men to take with you. From Reuben, Elitzur the son of Shua. From Shimon, Shelumiel the son of Tzurishaddai. From Yehudah, Nachan the son of Aminadav. From Issachar, Intanel the son of Tzur. From Zebulun, Eliav the son of Helon, of the children of Joseph. From Ephraim, Elishama the son of Ammihud. From Manasseh, Gamliel the son of Pedatsah. From Benjamin, Avidan the son of Jidoni. From Dan, Achizah the son of Ammishaddai. From Asher, Pagiel the son of Ochran. From Gad, Eliasaph the son of Duel. From Naphtali, Achara the son of Enan. These were the ones called from the assembly, the chiefs of their fathers' clans and heads of thousands in Israel. So Moshe and Aaron took these men who had been designated by name. And, on the first day of the second month, they gathered the whole assembly to state their genealogies by families and clans and recorded the names of all those 20 years old and over, as well as their total numbers. Moshe counted them in the Sinai desert, just as Adonai had ordered him. The men 20 years old and over who were subject to military service were recorded by name, family and clan, starting with the descendants of Reuben, Israel's firstborn. Here are the totals. Descendants of Reuben 46,500, descendants of Shimon 59,300, descendants of Gad 45,650, descendants of Yehudah 74,600, descendants of Issachar 54,400, descendants of Zebulun 57,400, descendants of Ephraim 40,500, descendants of Manasseh 32,200, descendants of Benjamin 35,400, descendants of Dan 62,700, descendants of Asher 41,500, descendants of Naphtali 53,400. Moshe, Aaron and the 12 leaders of Israel, each from a clan, counted the people of Israel by their clans, those 20 years old and over, eligible for military service in Israel. And the grand total came to 603,550, but those who were Levim, according to the clan of their fathers, were not counted in this census. Because Adonai had told Moshe, do not include the clan of Levi when you take the census of the people of Israel. Instead, give the Levim charge over the tabernacle of the testimony, its equipment and everything else connected with it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its equipment, serve in it and set up their camp around it. When the tabernacle is to be moved onward, it is the Levim who are to take it down and set it up in the new location. Anyone else who involves himself is to be put to death. The rest of Israel are to set up camp, company by company, each man with his own banner. But the Levim are to camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, so that no anger will come upon the assembly of the people of Israel. The Levim are to be in charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. This is what the people of Israel did. They did everything that Adonai had ordered Moshe. 2:1 Adonai said to Moshe and Aaron, the people of Israel are to set up camp by clans, each man with his own banner and under his clan's symbol. They are to camp around the tent of meeting, but at a distance. Those camping on the east side toward the sunrise are to be under the banner of the camp of Yehudah. They are to camp according to companies, by tribe and leader they are as follows: tribe, chief, number, Yehudah, Nachan the son of Aminadav 74,600, Issachar, Intanel the son of Tzur, 54,400, Zebulun, Eliav the son of Helon 57,400, total 186,400. This group is to set out first. Those camping on the south are to be under the banner of the camp of Reuben. They are to camp according to companies, by tribe and leader they are as follows: tribe, chief, number, Reuben, Elitzur the son of Shua 46,500, Shimon, Shelumiel the son of Tzurishaddai, 59,300, Gad, Eliasaph the son of Reuel 45,650, total 151,450. This group is to set out second. Then the tent of meeting, with the camp of the Levim, will set out, with the other camps in front and behind. They will go in the same order as their camps are set up. Each man will go forward in his position, under his banner. Those camping on the west are to be under the banner of the camp of Ephraim. They are to camp according to companies, by tribe and leader. They are as follows: tribe, chief, number, Ephraim, Elishama the son of Ammihud 40,500, Imnashah, Gamliel the son of Pedatsah, 32,200, Benjamin, Avidan the son of Jidoni 35,400, total 108,100. This group is to set out third. Those camping on the north are to be under the banner of the camp of Dan. They are to camp according to companies, by tribe and leader. They are as follows: tribe, chief, number, Dan, Achizah the son of Ammishaddai 62,700, Asher, Pagiel the son of Okran 41,500, Naphtali, Akira the son of Eman 53,400, total 157,600. This group is to set out last with their banners. These are the ones counted from the people of Israel by clans. The total number recorded in the camps, company by company, was 603,550. But, as Adonai ordered Moshe, the Levim were not counted with the rest of Israel. The people of Israel did everything Adonai had ordered Moshe. They set up camp under their banners, and they set out, each according to his family and clan. 3:1 These are the descendants of Aaron and Moshe as of the day when Adonai spoke with Moshe on Mount Sinai. The names of the sons of Aaron are Nadav the firstborn, Avihu, Eleazar and Itamar. These were the names of the sons of Aaron the Cohen, whom he anointed and ordained as Kohanim. But Nadav and Avihu died in the presence of Adonai when they offered unauthorized fire before Adonai in the Sinai desert, and they had no children. Eleazar and Itamar served as Kohanim in the presence of Aaron their father. Adonai said to Moshe, "Summon the tribe of Levi, and assign them to Aaron the Cohen, so that they can help him. They are to carry out his duties and the duties of the whole community before the tent of meeting in performing the service of the tabernacle. They are to be in charge of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting and to carry out all the duties of the people of Israel connected with the service of the tabernacle. Assign the Levim to Aaron and his sons. Their one responsibility in regard to the people of Israel is to serve him. You are to appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of Kohanim. Anyone else who involves himself is to be put to death." Adonai said to Moshe, "I have taken the Levim from among the people of Israel in lieu of every firstborn male that is first from the womb among the people of Israel. The Levim are to be mine. All the firstborn males belong to me, because on the day that I killed all the firstborn males in the land of Egypt, I separated for myself all the firstborn males in Israel, both human and animal. They are mine. I am Adonai." Adonai said to Moshe in the Sinai desert, "Take a census of the tribe of Levi by clans and families. Count every male a month old or over." Moshe counted them in the manner Adonai had said, as he had been ordered. The names of the sons of Levi were Gershon, Kehat and Imrari. The names of the sons of Gershon were Livni and Shimei. They fathered their respective clans. Likewise the sons of Kehat Amram, Yitzhar, Hebron and Uziel, and the sons of Imrari Machli and Mushi. These fathered the clans of the Levim. Gershon fathered the clans of Livni and Shimei. These were the Gershon clans. Of them, 7,500 males a month old and over were counted. The Gershon clans were to camp behind the tabernacle, toward the west. The chief of the Gershon clan was Eliasaph, the son of Lael. In connection with the tent of meeting, the descendants of Gershon were to be in charge of the following: the tabernacle itself, its inner and outer coverings, the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the curtains surrounding the courtyard, the screen for the entrance of the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and the altar, all the fixtures and ropes for these items, and their maintenance. Kehat fathered the clans of Amram, Yitzhar, Hebron and Uziel. These were the Kehat clans. Of them, 8,600 males a month old and over were counted. They were in charge of the holy place. The Kehat clans were to camp next to the tabernacle, toward the south. The chief of the Kehat clan was Elitzaphan the son of Uziel. They were responsible for the ark, the table, the menorah, the altars, the utensils the Kohanim use when they serve in the holy place, the curtain, and everything involved with the maintenance of these things. Eleazar the son of Aaron the Cohen was first among the chiefs of the Levim and supervised those in charge of the holy place. Imrari fathered the clans of Machli and Mushi. These were the Imrari clans. Of them, 6,200 males a month old and over were counted. The chief of the Imrari clan was Tzuriel the son of Avichael. They were to camp next to the tabernacle, toward the north. The Imrari clans were assigned responsibility for the frames of the tabernacle, along with its crossbars, posts, sockets and fittings, together with their maintenance. Also the posts of the surrounding courtyard, with their sockets, pegs and ropes. Those who were to camp in front of the tabernacle on the east, in front of the tent of meeting toward the sunrise, were Moshe, Aaron and his sons who were in charge of the holy place. They carried out their responsibility on behalf of the people of Israel, and anyone else who involved himself was to be put to death. The total number of Levites whom Moshe and Aaron counted by their clans, all the males a month old and over, was 22,000. Adonai said to Moshe, register all the firstborn males of the people of Israel a month old and over, and determine how many there are. Then you are to take the Levites for me, Adonai, in place of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites in place of the firstborn of the cattle belonging to the people of Israel. Moshe counted, as Adonai had ordered him, all the firstborn among the people of Israel. The total number of firstborn males registered, a month old and over, of those who were counted, was 22,273. Adonai said to Moshe, take the Levites in place of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites in place of their cattle. The Levites are to belong to me, Adonai. Since there were 273 more firstborn males from Israel than male Levites, in order to redeem them, you are to take 5 shekels, 2 ounces, for each of these. Use the sanctuary shekel, which is equal to 20 gerahs. Give the redemption money for these extra people to Aaron and his sons. Moshe took the redemption money from those who were over and above those redeemed by the Levites. The amount of money he took from the firstborn of the people of Israel was 1,365 shekels, using the sanctuary shekel. Moshe gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons, in keeping with what Adonai had said, as Adonai had ordered Moshe. For one Adonai said to Moshe and Aaron, take a census of the descendants of Kehat, who are among the descendants of Levi, by clans and families, all those from 30 to 50 years old. These will enter the court doing the work in the tent of meeting. Here is how the descendants of Kehat are to serve in the tent of meeting and deal with the especially holy things when the time comes to break camp. Aaron is to go in with his sons. Take down the curtain which serves as a screen, and cover the ark of the testimony with it. On that they are to place a covering of fine leather, and on top of that spread an all blue cloth. Then they are to insert the carrying poles. On the table of showbread they are to spread a blue cloth and place on it the dishes, incense pans, offering bowls and pitchers. The perpetual bread is to remain on the table. They are to spread on these things a scarlet cloth, cover them with a covering of fine leather and insert the poles. They are to take a blue cloth and cover the menorah for the light, its lamps, its tongs, its trays and the jars used to add oil to it. They are to wrap it and all its accessories in fine leather and place them on a carrying frame. On the gold altar they are to spread a blue cloth, cover it with a covering of fine leather and insert its carrying poles. They are to take all the utensils they use when serving in the sanctuary and put them in a blue cloth, cover them with fine leather and place them on a carrying frame. After removing the greasy ashes from the altar, they are to spread a purple cloth over it and place on it all the utensils required for their altar service: the fire pans, meat hooks, shovels, basins and other utensils for the altar. Then they are to spread over it a fine leather covering and insert its carrying poles. When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy furnishings and all the holy utensils, when the camp is about to move forward, then the descendants of Kehat are to come and carry them. But they are not to touch the holy things, so that they won't die. These things are the responsibility of the descendants of Kehat in the tent of meeting. Eleazar the son of Aaron the Cohen is to be responsible for the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the continuing grain offering and the anointing oil. He is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle and everything in it, including the sanctuary and its furnishings. Mafti, 17 Adonai said to Moshe and Aaron, do not cut off the clan of Kehat from among the Levites. Rather, do this for them, so that they will live and not die when they approach the especially holy things. Aaron and his sons are to go in and you are to assign each one his task. But the descendants of Kehat are not to go in and look at the holy things as they are being covered. If they do, they will die. Haftarah, Hosea, 2:1, 1:10, 2:22, 20, 2:1, 1:10. Nevertheless, the people of Israel will number as many as the grains of sand by the sea, which cannot be measured or counted. So that the time will come when, instead of being told, you are not my people, it will be said to them, You are the children of the living God. Then the people of Yehuda and the people of Israel will be gathered together. They will appoint for themselves one leader, and they will go up out of the land. For that will be a great day, the day of Israel. Say to your brothers, Ami, my people, and to your sisters, Rachma, pitted, rebuke your mother, rebuke her. For she isn't my wife, and I'm not her husband. She must remove her whoring from her face, and her adulteries from between her breasts. Otherwise, I will strip her naked, and place her as she was the day she was born, make her like a desert, place her like a dry land, and kill her with thirst. I will have no pity on her children, for they are children of whoring. Their mother prostituted herself. She who conceived them behaved shamelessly. She said, I will pursue my lovers, who give me my food and water, wool, flax, olive oil and wine. Therefore, I will block her way with thorns, and put up a hedge so she can't find her paths. She will pursue her lovers but not catch them. She will seek them but won't find them. Then she will say, I will go, and return to my first husband, because things were better for me then than they are now. For she doesn't know it was I who gave her the grain, the wine and the oil, I who increased her silver and gold, which they used for Baal. So I will take back my grain at harvest time, and my wine in its season. I will snatch away my wool and flax, given to cover her naked body. Now I will uncover her shame, while her lovers watch, and no one will save her from me. I will end her happiness, her festivals, Rosh Chodesh, and Shabbats, and all her designated times. I will ravage her vines and fig trees, of which she says, these are my wages, that my lovers have given me. But I will turn them into a forest, and wild animals will eat them. I will punish her for offering incense, on the feast days of the Baalim, when she decked herself with her earrings and jewels, pursuing her lovers and forgetting me, says Adonai. But now I am going to woo her. I will bring her out to the desert, and I will speak to her heart. I will give her her vineyards from there, and the Actor Valley as a gateway to hope. She will respond there as she did when young, as she did when she came up from Egypt. On that day, says Adonai, you will call me Ishi, my husband. You will no longer call me Bali, my master, for I will remove the names of the Baalim from her mouth. They will never again be mentioned by name. When that day comes, I will make a covenant for them, with the wild animals, the birds in the air, and the creeping things of the earth. I will break bow and sword, sweep battle from the land, and make them lie down securely. I will betroth you to me forever. Yes, I will betroth you to me, in righteousness, in justice, in grace and in compassion. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you will know Adonai. Pirit Hadashah Luke 2:17, 1 Corinthians 12:12-31, Luke 2:1. Around this time, Emperor Augustus issued an order for a census to be taken throughout the empire. This registration, the first of its kind, took place when Quirinius was governing in Syria. Everyone went to be registered, each to his own town. So Joseph, because he was a descendant of David, went up from the town of Nazareth in the Galilee to the town of David, called Bethlehem, in Yehuda, to be registered, with Miriam, to whom he was engaged, and who was pregnant. While they were there, the time came for her to give birth, and she gave birth to her first child, a son. She wrapped him in cloth and laid him down in a feeding trough, because there was no space for them in the living quarters. 1 Corinthians 12:12. For just as the body is one but has many parts, and all the parts of the body, though many, constitute one body, so it is with the Messiah. For it was by one Spirit that we were all immersed into one body, whether Jews or Gentiles, slaves or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink. For indeed the body is not one part but many. If the foot says, I'm not a hand, so I'm not part of the body, that doesn't make it stop being part of the body. And if the ear says, I'm not an eye, so I'm not part of the body, that doesn't make it stop being part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, how could it hear? If it were all hearing, how could it smell? But as it is, God arranged each of the parts in the body exactly as he wanted them. Now if they were all just one part, where will the body be? But as it is, there are indeed many parts, yet just one body. So the eye cannot say to the hand, I don't need you, or the head to the feet, I don't need you. On the contrary, the parts of the body that seem to be less important turn out to be all the more necessary, and upon body parts which we consider less dignified we bestow greater dignity. And the parts that aren't attractive are the ones we make as attractive as we can, while our attractive parts have no need for such treatment. Indeed, God has put the body together in such a way that he gives greater dignity to the parts that lack it, so that there will be no disagreements within the body. but rather all the parts will be equally concerned for all the others. Thus if one part suffers, all the parts suffer with it, and if one part is honored, all the parts share its happiness. Now you together constitute the body of the Messiah, and individually you are parts of it, and God has placed in the Messianic community first, emissaries, second, prophets, third, teachers, then those who work miracles, then those with gifts of healing, those with ability to help, those skilled in administration, and those who speak in various tongues. Not all are emissaries, are they? Not all are prophets, are they? Or teachers, or miracle workers? Not all have gifts of healing, not all speak in tongues, not all interpret, do they? Eagerly seek the better gifts. But now I will show you the best way of all.